Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jaya Pataka Swami Maharaj on August 19th, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Pangum Langayate Girim Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Continuation of the compilation of Sri Krishna Chaitanya book, chapter entitled Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhara in Kashi. Under the section The Lord Travels to Vrindavan. Sri Srimad Gauranga Leela Smarana Mangal Sotram by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, text 54. Leaving the association of many devotees, taking only Balabhadra Bhattacharya with him, and by his transcendental potency making the bears, tigers, and other wild animals mad with bliss, the independent Lord journeyed, his heart fixed on Vrindavan. I meditate on Lord Gaurachandra, who enchanted the minds of the animals with his own spiritual bliss. Devo
describes the transcendental pastimes of the Lord of the Jharkhanda forest.
This describes the transcendental pastimes of the Lord through the Jharkhanda forest. Murarigupta Katcha 4.1.14. Journeying in this way, Sri Gaura Bhagavan gradually reached the city of Kashi. When he saw Vishveshwara, the great Shiva Lingam, he became overwhelmed with bliss. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 2.36.
क्रमे क्रमे उत्तरिला तीर्थवाराणसी अनेको आछाये तथा परम सन्यासी.
Gradually, Lord Chaitanya reached the holy city of Varanasi, the home of many elevated sannyasis. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 2.37.
विश्वेश्वर नमस्करी चली जाए पथे.
Here he paid respects to Vishveshwara Shiva and walked on.
Kashi, Banaras, known as the sacred place of Lord Shiva.
The Kashi Banaras is known as the sacred place of Lord Shiva.
There, as a Shiva deity, a linga, which is worshipped. His name is Vishveshwara.
There, the Shiva deity, the Linga, which is worshipped, his name is Vishveshwara.
The Lord Shiva is the greatest of all the Vaishnavas.
So, Lord Shiva is the greatest of all the Vaishnavas.
Lord Chaitanya very blissful to see the deity of Lord Shiva.
Lord Chaitanya was very blissful to see the deity of Lord Shiva. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.82.
কাশিতে আসিয়া প্রভুর মণিকর্ণিকায় স্থান. এই মতো নানা সুখে প্রভু আইলা কাশী. মধ্যাহ্ন স্নান কইল মণিকর্ণিকায় আসি.
Finally, the Lord arrived with great happiness at the holy place called Kashi. There, he took his bath in the bathing ghat known as Manikarnika. Purport. Kashi is another name for Varanasi, Banaras. It has been a place of pilgrimage since time immemorial. Two rivers named Ashi and Varuna merge there. Manikarnika is famous because, according to the opinion of great personalities, a bejeweled earring fell there from the ear of Lord Vishnu. According to some, it fell from the ear of Lord Shiva. The word mani means jewel, and Karnika means from the ear. According to some, Lord Vishwanatha is the great physician who cures the disease of material existence by delivering a person through the ear, which receives the vibration of the holy name of Lord Ram. Because of this holy place is called Manikarnika. It is said that there is no better place than where the river Ganges flows. And the bathing ghat known as Manikarnika is especially sanctified because it is very dear to Lord Vishwanatha. In the Kashi Khand it is said, Samsari Chinta Manir Atra Yasmat Tarakam Sajjan Karnikayam Shivo Biddate Sahasanta Kale Tadgiyate Sau Manikarniketi Ukti Lakshmi Mahapita Manishchak Charanabhajoyo Karnikeyam Tataprahur Yam Janamani Karni Kam. According to this passage from the Kashi Khanda, one who gives up his body at Manikarnika is liberated simply by remembering Lord Shiva's name.
This Varanasi, Manikarnika, is considered a holy place. When they chant the name of Shiva there, they can get a liberation.
So this Varanasi, Manikarnika, is considered a holy place, and if they chant the name of Lord Shiva there, they get liberation.
Many people go to Varanasi
Many people go to Varanasi
as a special place of pilgrimage.
as a special place of pilgrimage. Murari Gupta Khatcha 4.1.15. A certain pure Brahmana Vaishnava named Tapan Mishra resided there. Seeing Gaura Prabhu, he became very joyous and brought him to his home.
Tapan Mishra had been told by Lord Chaitanya earlier to go to Benares and he would meet him.
Tapan Mishra had been told by Lord Chaitanya earlier to go to Banaras and he would meet him there.
So he was waiting for so many years.
So he was waiting for so many years
And then he was very joyful when the Lord arrived.
and he was very joyful when the Lord arrived. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.83.
তৎকালে তপন মিশ্রেরও শান এবং প্রভু দর্শনে বিস্ময়। সেই কালে তপন মিশ্র করে গঙ্গা স্নান, প্রভু দেখি হইল তার বিস্ময় কিছু জ্ঞান।
At that time, Tapan Mishra was taking his bath in the Ganges and he was astonished to see the Lord there. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.84.
পূর্বে শুনিয়াছি প্রভু করিয়াছে সন্ন্যাস, নিশ্চয় করিয়া হইল হৃদয়ে উল্লাস।
Tapan Mishra then began to think, I have heard that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has accepted the renounced order. Thinking this, Tapan Mishra became very jubilant within his heart.
Tapan Mishra had seen Lord Chaitanya when he was a Grihastha.
So Tapan Mishra had seen Lord Chaitanya when he was a Grihastha.
All the time he was waiting in Benares.
And all the time he was waiting in Banaras.
He saw him as a sannyasi. He was astonished and also very joyful.
When he saw the sannyasi, he was very joyful. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.85.
পরে হর্ষ অশ্রু প্রভুর চরণ ধরি করে নরদান প্রভু তারে উঠাইয়া কইল আলিঙ্গন।
He then clasped the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and began to cry. The Lord raised him up and embraced him.
Lord Chaitanya was very merciful to his devotees.
Lord Chaitanya was very merciful to his devotees.
So he raised up Tapan Mishra and embraced him.
So he raised up Tapan Mishra and embraced him
As causeless mercy.
out of his causeless mercy. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.86.
প্রভুকে লইয়া মিশ্রের বিশ্বেশ্বর ও বিন্দু মাধব দর্শন। প্রভু লইয়া গেলা বিশ্বেশ্বর দর্শনে তবে আসি দেখে বিন্দু মাধব চরণে।
Tapan Mishra then took Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to visit the temple of Vishveshwara. Coming from there, they saw the lotus feet of Lord Bindu Madhava. Purport. The Bindu Madhava temple is the oldest Vishnu temple in Varanasi. At present, this temple is known as Veni Madhava and it is situated on the banks of the Ganges. Formerly, 5 rivers converged there and they were named Dutapapa, Kirana, Saraswati, Ganga and Yamuna. Now only the river Ganges is visible. The old temple of Bindu Madhava, which was visited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was later dismantled by Aurangzeb, the great Hindu-hating emperor of the Mughal dynasty. In the place of this temple, he constructed a big masjid or mosque. Later, another temple was constructed by the side of the mosque, and this temple is still existing. In the temple of Bindu Madhava, there are deities of 400 Narayana and the goddess Lakshmi. In front of these deities is a column of Shri Garuda, and along the side are deities of Lord Ram, Sita, Lakshman, and Shri Hanumanji. In the province of Maharashtra is a state known as Satara. During the time of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the native prince belonged to the Vaishnava cult. Being a Brahmana, he took charge of worshipping the deity. He was known as Srimanta Balasaheb Pant Maharaj. The state still bears the expenditure for temple maintenance. The first king in this dynasty to take charge of worship in the temple 200 years ago was Maharaja Jagajivan Rao Sahib. Murari Gupta Katcha 4.1.16. He worshipped Krishna Chaitanya by washing his feet and offering him various pleasing articles, and the spiritual master of the whole world took his bhiksha comfortably seated within Tapana's house. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.87.
প্রভুকে স্বগৃহে আনয়ন ও প্রভু লাভে মিশ্রের আনন্দ। ঘরে লইয়া আইলা প্রভুকে আনন্দিত হইয়া সেবা করি নিত্য করে বস্ত্র উড়াইয়া।
With great pleasure, Tapan Mishra brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home and rendered service unto him. Indeed, he began to dance, waving his cloth.
One Mishra was so ecstatic that he was dancing in ecstasy. Lord Chaitanya coming to his house.
Tapan Mishra was so ecstatic that he was dancing in ecstasy at Lord Chaitanya coming to his home. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.88.
স্ববংশে প্রভু পাদদক পান ও ভট্টকে সম্মান। ওর চরণদ স্ববংশে কইল পান ভট্টাচার্যের পূজা কইল করিয়া সম্মান।
He washed the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and afterwards he and his whole family drank the wash water. He also worshipped Balabhadra Bhattacharya and showed him respect.
Tapan Mishra not only worshipped the Lord Chaitanya, but even his servants, he offered respect.
Tapan Mishra not only worshipped the Lord but even his servants. He even offered his respects. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.89.
ভট্ট দ্বারা প্রভুকে ভিক্ষা দান। প্রভুরে নিমন্ত্রণ করি করে ঘরে ভিক্ষা দিল, বলভদ্র ভট্টাচার্যে পাক করাইল।
Tapan Mishra invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take lunch at his home, and he had Balabhadra Bhattacharya cook. Purport: while at Varanasi, Banaras, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed at the house of Tapan Mishra. Near Tapan Mishra's house was a bathing ghat known as Panchanadi Ghat. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to take his bath daily at this ghat, and he used to see the temple of Bindu Madhava. Then he would take his lunch at Tapan Mishra's house. Near the Bindu Madhava temple is a big banyan tree, and it is said that after eating, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to rest beneath that tree. That banyan tree is still known today as Chaitanya Vata. Gradually, due to changes in language, the name became Yatanavata. The local people still call that place Yatanavata. At present, beside a lane, there is a tomb of Vallabhacharya, but there is no sign that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ever lived there. Vallabhacharya was also known as Mahaprabhu among his disciples. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu probably lived at the Yatanvata, but there is no sign of Chandrasekhara or Tapan Mishra's house, nor is there any sign of the Mayavadi sannyasi Prakashananda Saraswati, with whom Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discussed the Vedanta Sutra. A little distance from Yatanavata is a temple of Gaura Nityananda, established by Sasi Bhushana Niyogi Mahashay of Calcutta. During the time of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, this temple was managed by the mother-in-law of Sasi Bhushana and his brother-in-law Narayana Chandra Ghosh.
Kashi Varanasi is a very ancient place.
Kashi, Varanasi is a very ancient place.
Lord Chaitanya had his pastime there 500 or so years ago.
But Lord Chaitanya had his pastimes there around 500 years ago.
So, a history is given to some extent in this purport.
So the history is given to some extent in this purport. Murari Gupta Kadcha 4.1.17. He rested there, attended to by Tapana's son Raghunatha. The Lord showed exceptional mercy to that great soul. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.90.
আহারান্তে প্রভুর শয়ন রঘুনাথের প্রভুপাদ সম্বাহন। ভিক্ষা করি মহাপ্রভু করিলা শয়ন, মিশ্র পুত্র রঘু করে পাদ সম্বাহন।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his rest after lunch, the son of Tapan Mishra named Raghu used to massage his legs. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 17.91.
স্ববংশে প্রভুর ভুক্তশেষ গ্রহণ, চন্দ্রশেখরের আগমন। প্রভুর শেষন্ন মিশ্র স্ববংশে খাইল, প্রভু আইলা শনি চন্দ্রশেখর আইলা।
The remnants of food left by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were taken by the whole family of Tapan Mishra. When news spread that the Lord had come, Chandrasekhar came to see him. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.92.
চন্দ্রশেখরের পরিচয় মিশ্রের সখাতে হও প্রভুর পূর্ব দাস বৈদ্য জাতি লিখন বৃত্তি বারাণসী বাস
Chandrasekhar happened to be a friend of Tapan Mishras, and he was long known to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his servant. He was a physician by caste, and by profession he was a clerk. At the time he was living in Varanasi. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.93.
চন্দ্রশেখরের প্রভুকে দর্শন ও প্রণাম প্রভুর আলিঙ্গন আসি প্রভু পদে পড়ি পরে নরদন প্রভু তারে কৃপায় উঠি কইল আলিঙ্গন
When Chandrasekhara came there, he fell down before the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and began to cry. The Lord, standing up, embraced him out of his causeless mercy. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.94.
চন্দ্রশেখরের প্রভু সমীপে স্বীয় দুঃখ নিবেদন চন্দ্রশেখর কহে প্রভু বড় কৃপা কইলা আপনে আসিয়া ভিত্ত দর্শন দিলা
Chandrasekhar said, "My dear Lord, you have bestowed your causeless mercy upon me because I am your old servant. Indeed, you have come here personally to give me your audience." Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.95.
হরিভজন কথা বিহীন কাশী শুষ্ক মায়াবাদীর আবাসস্থলে আপন প্রাবধেবাসী বসি বারাণসী স্থানে মায়া ব্রহ্ম শব্দ বিনা নাই শুনি কানে
Due to my past deeds, I am residing at Varanasi. But here I do not hear anything but the words Maya and Brahman. Purport. The word Prarabdhe, past deeds, is important in this verse. Since Chandrasekhara was a devotee, he was always eager to hear about Krishna and his transcendental pastimes. Most of the inhabitants of Banaras were and are impersonalists, worshippers of Lord Shiva and followers of the Panchopasana method. The impersonalists imagine some form of the impersonal Brahman, and to facilitate meditation, they concentrate upon the forms of Vishnu, Shiva, Ganesha, Surya, and Goddess Durga. Actually, these Panchopasakas are not devotees of anyone. As it is said, to be a servant of everyone is to be a servant of no one. Varanasi or Kashi is the chief holy place of pilgrimage for impersonalists, and it is not at all suitable for devotees. A Vaishnava likes to live in a Vishnu Tirtha, a place where Vishnu's temples are present. In Varanasi, there are many hundreds and thousands of Lord Shiva's temples, or Panchopasaka temples. Consequently, Chandrasekhara expressed great unhappiness as he informed Lord Chaitanya that he was obliged to live at Banaras due to his past misdeeds. As said in the Bhaktirasamrita Sindhu, according to one's past misdeeds, one takes birth on a lower platform. But in the Brahma Samhita, it is said, there is no karma attached to the past deeds or misdeeds of one in devotional service. A devotee is not subjected to karma phala, the effect of fruitive activity. Karma phala is applicable to karmis, not bhaktas. There are three kinds of devotees: those who are eternally on the transcendental platform, Nitya Siddha; those who have been elevated to the transcendental platform by execution of devotional service, Sadhana Siddha; and those who are neophytes advancing towards the perfectional platform, Sadhaka. The sadhakas are gradually becoming free from fruitive reaction. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu describes the symptoms of Bhakti Yoga thus. Devotional service is Kleshagni, even for beginners. This means that it reduces or nullifies all kinds of suffering. The words Shubhadha indicates that devotional service bestows all good fortune, and the word Krishna Akarshani indicates that devotional service gradually attracts Krishna towards the devotee. Consequently, a devotee is not subject to any sinful reaction. In the Bhagavad Gita 18.66, Krishna says, "Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear." Thus, a fully surrendered, sincere devotee immediately receives relief from all kinds of sinful reactions. There are three stages of fructification for sinful activity. At one stage, one commits the sinful act. Before that, the seed of this act exists, and before that, there is ignorance whereby one commits the sin. Suffering is involved in all three stages. However, Krishna is merciful to his devotee, and consequently, he immediately nullifies all three stages: the sin, the seed of sin, and the ignorance that leads one to sin. The Padma Puran confirms this. For a further explanation of this topic, the nectar of devotion should be consulted.
Chandrasekhar, another devotee who was sent to Kashi Varanasi to wait for the Lord.
So, Chandrasekhar was another devotee who was sent to Varanasi, Kashi, by the Lord.
And a very austere place for devotee because it's very little Krishna Bhakti.
It is a very austere place for devotees because there is very little Krishna Bhakti.
He was so happy to see Lord Chaitanya.
But he was so happy to see Lord Chaitanya.
But crying in joy.
He was crying in joy.
The Lord embraced him.
And the Lord embraced him. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.96.
মিশ্রকে মন্দন স্বরদর্শন ব্যাখ্যা বিনা কথা নাই এথা মিশ্র কৃপা করি মোরে শুনানো কৃষ্ণ কথা.
Chandrasekhar continued, "There is no talk at Varanasi other than discussion on the 6 philosophical theses. Nonetheless, Tapan Mishra has been very kind to me, for he speaks about topics relating to Lord Krishna." Purport. The 6 philosophical theses are Vaisheshika, propounded by Kannada Rishi; Nyaya, propounded by Gautama Rishi; Yoga or mysticism, propounded by Patanjali Rishi; the philosophy of Sankhya, propounded by Kapil Rishi; the philosophy of Karma Mimamsa, propounded by Jaimini Rishi; and the philosophy of Brahma Mimamsa or Vedanta, the ultimate conclusion of the absolute truth, Janmadasyata, propounded by Vedavyas. Actually, Vedanta philosophy is meant for the devotees because in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, 15.15, "I am the compiler of Vedanta and I am the knower of the Vedas." Vyasadeva is an incarnation of Krishna, and consequently, Krishna is the compiler of Vedanta philosophy. Therefore, Krishna clearly knows the purport of Vedanta philosophy. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, whoever hears Vedanta philosophy from Krishna is actually aware of the real meaning of Vedanta. The Mayavadis call themselves Vedantists but do not at all understand the purport of Vedanta philosophy. not being properly educated, people in general think that Vedanta means the Shankarite interpretation.
Every Sampradaya has their treatise on Vedanta.
Every Sampradaya has their treatise on the Vedanta.
And that treatise based on a certain philosophical foundation.
And the treatise is based on philosophical foundation.
Shankarites base their thesis on Advaita.
The Shankarites base their thesis on Advaita,
It means oneness.
which means oneness.
Then there are four Vaishnava Sampradayas.
Then there are 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas.
And Srishta Dvaita, Dvaita, Dvaita Dvaita, and one other argument. Lord Chaitanya's process was Achintya Vedaveda Tattva.
And the 4 Sampradayas, they base their
Lord Chaitanya, he had his own philosophy, Achintya Vedaveda Tattva.
and Lord Chaitanya had his own philosophy of Achintya Veda Veda Tattva.
And this is presented by one of the acharyas in his line.
And this is presented by one of the acharyas in his line.
This way, the people in Benares, they used to be Advaitavad.
So people in Banaras, so in this way, people in Banaras used to be Advaitavadis,
Impersonalism.
impersonalism. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.97.
প্রভুর প্রতি কাতর উক্তি নিরন্তরে দুহে চিন্তি তোমারও চরণ সর্বজ্ঞ ঈশ্বর তুমি দিলা দর্শন।
My dear Lord, we too think of your lotus feet incessantly. Although you are the omniscient Supreme Personality of Godhead, you have granted us your audience.
Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Radha.
Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Radha Krishna,
But has come in a disguised way. Has come as a Chanda avatar,
he had come in a Channa avatar,
as a hidden avatar.
as a hidden avatar.
But they understood that Jagannath Shekhar and Tabakas understood the actual position of Lord Chaitanya.
But Chandrasekhar and Tapan Mishra understood the actual position of Lord Chaitanya.
They are very grateful that they're getting his darshan.
And they were very grateful that they were getting his darshan. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.98.
শুনি মহাপ্রভু যাবেন শ্রী বৃন্দাবনে দিন কত রহি তার ভিত্ত দুই জনে।
My Lord, I have heard that you are going to Vrindavan. Please stay here at Varanasi for some days and deliver us, for we are your 2 servants. Purport. Although Chandrasekhar is an eternal servant of the Lord, he humbly presented himself as fallen, and therefore he requested the Lord to deliver him and Tapanna Mishra, his 2 servants.
The acharyas, they always present themselves to Lord Chaitanya as most fallen.
The acharyas, they always present himself to Lord Chaitanya as most fallen.
Lord Chaitanya is Patit Pavan, he is the deliverer of the most fallen.
Because Lord Chaitanya is Patit Pavan, he is the deliverer of the most fallen.
So in order to get variety of Lord Chaitanya to deliver you, they are trying to present themselves as more fallen.
So, in order to get priority for Lord Chaitanya to deliver you, the Acharyas present themselves as most fallen. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.99.
মিশ্রের প্রভু প্রতি নিবেদন মিশ্র কহে প্রভু যাবৎ কাশিতে রহিবা মোর নিমন্ত্রণ বিনা অন্য না মানিবা
Tapan Mishra then said, My dear Lord, as long as you stay at Varanasi, please do not accept any invitation other than mine.
So he wants to have a standing opportunity to serve lunch to the Lord.
So he wants to have a standing opportunity to serve lunch to the Lord. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 17.100.
ভক্তবশ ভগবান এই মতো মহাপ্রভু দুই ভৃত্যের বসে ইচ্ছা নাহি তবু তথা রহিলা দিন দশে
Even though he had not made such a plan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained for 10 days at Varanasi, being obligated by the request of his two servants.
So the Lord is independent,
The Lord is independent,
but at the same time, He willfully satisfies His devotees.
but at the same time, he willfully satisfies his devotees.
And since the devotees were requesting Him to stay, He did that.
And since the devotees were requesting him to stay, he did that. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka 9.144. Maharaj Pratap Rudra. Then, CCN 9.145. Men bringing news. At Varanasi, the Lord of the universe, the leader of the sannyasis, stayed at the home of a Brahmana famous as Chandrasekhara, because the Brahmana had performed many pious deeds in his previous births. CCN 9.146. Maharaj Pratap Rudra. Then, CCN 9.147. Men bringing news. Come and see him. In parenthesis, Lord Chaitanya. Thus Vishveshwara, Lord Shiva, instructed the whole Vishwa, universe, and engaged them. Otherwise, why would everyone come and see him at the same time?
King Pratap was very eager to hear all of the Lord's activities in Benares.
King Prataprudra was very eager to hear all about the activities of the Lord in Benares.
So, what he was doing was also being told to him.
So what he was doing was also being told to him. Murari Gupta Katcha 4.1.18. By his own sweet will, Gaura resided in the house of a physician, Chandrasekhara. And while staying there, he induced even the inhabitants of Kashi to delight in Hari Bhakti. Murari Gupta Katcha 4.1.19. Surrounded by a group of his bhaktas, the son of Sachi revelled in Sri Hari Sankirtana of Sri Hari's names. With his arms ever raised to the sky, he cried out,
Hari-o!
Hari-o!
The Lord Chaitanya, while in Benares, engaged in the Harinam Sankirtan.
So Lord Chaitanya, while he was in Benares, he engaged in Harinam Sankirtan.
Many people are joining his Sankirtan.
And many people were joining his Sankirtan.
The Mayavadi sannyasis and Parshas, they criticize this.
But the Mayavadi sannyasis, the impersonalists, they criticized this.
I could not understand why sannyasis chanting the holy name.
They could not understand why a sannyasi is chanting the holy name. Thus ends the chapter entitled Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhara in Kashi, under the section The Lord Travels to Vrindavan.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.